up, guys?
Hey.
We're back with another reaction video.
Mhm.
What are we doing today?
So I figured we would do Eve 6, Inside Out.
Okay, I know this. So
Yeah.
she's doing this because I told her it bothered me that in our bio that she wrote, it says we're reacting to everything from Eminem to Eve 6, and we have not reacted to Eve
I
6.
know.
Yes. So I know this song. Um, I don't think I've ever really looked into the lyrics like that. You know what I mean? So that'll be
Yeah.
interesting.
Okay. They are very like artistic. Like has definitely a deeper meaning than just what it reads.
Yes, and I follow Eve Six, which I believe is ran by Max on Twitter.
I know.
He's a wild account to follow. He re-
That-
he refers to this as the Heart in the Blender song, which is
yeah.
funny because he's acknowledging that's how people,
Know it.
know it.
That is their best line in any song that they have. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on all social media channels. Links are in the description below. Username's right there. And let's go.
I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rinds, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing. Wanna put my tender heart in a blender, watch it spin round to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. I burn like a wicker cabinet, chalk white and oh so frail. I see our time has gotten stale. The tick-tock of the clock is painful, all sane and logical. I wanna tear it off the wall. I hear words and clips and phrases, I think sick like ginger ale. My stomach turns and I swallow my pride, I would choke on the rhymes, but the lack thereof will leave me empty inside. I would swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing. I wanna put my tender heart in a blender, watch it spin around to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through with
Sorry, our dog is like going insane right now with the toy, and she's like shaking the whole table and like the whole floor. I don't know if you guys can hear it. We have a very
Probably
good
not.
mic, allegedly, because you can never hear what she's doing, and it's so loud.
Yeah.
Okay. So the song starts, I would swallow my pride. I would choke on the rhymes. So I never really know what he's saying here. Choke on the rhymes, choke on the rhymes,
Rhymes.
like the rhymes. But Genius, I believe, doesn't show, it shows rhymes. But the rhymes make sense. Um, like, at least I think it
So,
makes sense.
okay. So genius spells rhymes Rimes.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? I don't even know that
I,
word. I always thought it was rhymes, like the
yeah, like
rinds,
the rindy part of
the
pride.
pride that was left over.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
I think that makes more sense because I don't even know what the rhymes would even mean or what that is.
Nah, I don't know.
But the lack thereof would leave me empty inside. So if he swallowed his pride, he would have no more pride. And then if it would leave him empty, then all he has is his pride. So if he swallowed his pride, then he would have nothing at all.
So I took it as that there's a lack of pride that he has,
Well,
or
if he
the
swallowed his
rhymes.
pride, then he would have nothing at all.
Yes, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside. Oh, the lack of the pride
Pride
would leave
would
it.
leave him
Okay.
empty inside. So that's all he had.
Yeah, so he's not gonna have. Yeah.
And I would swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing. So
That's
turning his doubt inside out would make it
that's
confident.
that's a sick line.
Yeah.
So I would swallow my doubt. So he's swallowing his doubt. So his, skepticism,
Yeah.
right? And then he says, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing. So he has faith because he doesn't have doubt anymore. but he has faith in nothing. So because he swallowed it and it's inside out, does it kind of bring him back to where he was, having doubt and lack of faith, and only faith in nothing? You know what I mean?
So he's saying he would do these things, but he's giving you reasons why he shouldn't. He's like, I
Yeah.
would swallow my pride, but then I would have nothing. I would swallow my doubt, but then that would leave me just with faith, but I have faith in nothing, so I'm not going to swallow my pride. I'm not going to swallow my doubt either.
Yeah.
That's what that means to me. And he goes, wanna put my tender heart in a blender, which is like one of the greatest lines in a song, in my opinion.
So he takes shots at Fred Durst for stealing that line.
What did he have that line in?
What was it? Was it Fate or was it Nookie? Where he says,
Sir.
yeah,
That he was just calling back to this stuff.
yeah, but apparently they're not friends, so it was kind of like, I don't know.
Weird.
Yeah,
It was like a very big song at the time, this song.
yeah. So, yeah, so he has a tender heart. So,
he
I
just wants
guess
to get rid of it.
he's
He's like, fuck this
emotional.
heart.
Yeah, to a beautiful oblivion.
Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. He's gonna sleep with you
One night stand.
once more, and then he's done. Because I believe the song's about a breakup. So it's not just a rendezvous, it's not just a one night stand, it's a one night stand with the ex that he wrote the song about. He's like, we'll have sex once more, and then, like, fuck it, it's
That's it.
over.
Yes. All right. Hmm.
I burn like a wicker cabinet, chalk white and oh so frail. I see our time has gotten stale. So I burn like a wicker cabinet. Wicker burns easy. Chalk white. He's a pale
Hell,
guy.
yes.
And frail. I guess he's just calling himself weak.
Skinny, weak, yeah.
And I see our time has gotten stale. Like our relationship is
Over.
nearing the end or it's
Yeah.
already over.
Mm-hmm.
The tick tock of the clock is painful, all sane and logical. I want to tear it off the wall.
So I know the tick-tock of the clock is painful part. And then when he says all sane and logical,
Like a clock is sane and logical, like, it's a predictable, like, tick of the tick of the clock is always going to happen at the same time. It's always going to go into the next number. It's predictable. It's the opposite of him, I think, is why it makes him mad.
so
He's
is
like,
it,
the clock is sane and logical. I want to tear it off the wall. So it's like everything that he's not, because he's like illogical and crazy.
so I don't know if I interpret it as the clock being sane and logical. Let's see. I don't know though. Unless he's saying he's sane and logical and hearing the clock ticking is driving him crazy. I don't know.
Maybe.
This is actually much tougher to
Interpret.
the interpretation I get, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I understand the meaning thoroughly, but the exact lyrics face value I'm trying to
Yeah.
break down, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
I really take it as the clock is like everything that he's not. Because like he's not claiming that he's like a sane, normal individual. Like he's crazy.
Yeah, interesting.
He's literally saying he wants to put his heart in a blender.
Mm-hmm.
I hear words and clips and phrases. I think sick, like ginger ale.
Yeah.
So I hear words and clips and phrases. That tells me he's never really listening to what anyone else is saying.
Yeah.
And then I think thick, like ginger ale. I always thought he was saying I fake sick.
Nah. So
Like
okay.
he has sick thoughts.
Yeah. So when I hear words and clips and phrases, he's not whether he's not listening or that's all he's getting, he's obviously not receiving all the
Absorbing.
information. He's just getting portions of it. Only portions are getting through. When he says, I think sick like ginger ale, obviously you drink ginger ale when you're sick. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Like he has sick thoughts.
So he's saying like he has sick thoughts and then he's playing with ginger ale. When
Yeah.
you're sick, you drink ginger ale.
So that coincides with what I was thinking of the prior verse.
That the clock is sane and logical and
Yeah,
he's
and
not.
he's not.
Interesting. Could be.
He goes, my stomach turns and I exhale. I don't really know what to say about
So
that.
it's funny that it's right after the think sick like ginger ale line
Yeah.
because you do it for an upset stomach. And then he says, my stomach turns and I exhale. So I guess when he exhales, he's relaxing and do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least I'm taking it like that. Let's see if Genius has anything. Um, Not really.
I don't know, I think it's just he's like bracing himself.
This my stomach turns, I guess, like an upset stomach,
Yeah.
sick
Or
stomach.
like he's nervous. You ever get nervous and like your stomach flips and you're
Yeah,
like, okay.
yeah, for
Like
sure.
maybe he's just like about to break up with her.
Yes,
He goes, I would
correct.
swallow my pride. I
Yeah,
would
same
choke on,
chorus.
yeah, same thing. Nothing
Hmm.
changes. And then
It's where we left off.
we were after the chorus, so
Mhm.
okay. You're like, whoop, right, yeah. Okay.
SoCal is where my mind stays, but it's not my state of mind. I'm not as ugly sad as you. Or am I origami? Fold it up and just pretend. Demented as the motives in your head. I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rhymes, but the lack thereof wouldn't hit me inside. I would swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing. Wanna put my tender heart in a blender, watch it spin around to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous with you. I alone am the one you don't know you need. Take heed, feed your ego. Make me blind when your eyes close. Think when you get close, tie me to the bedpost. I alone am the one you don't know you need. You don't know you need me. Make me blind when your eyes close. Tie me to the bedpost.
Okay. I get so much anxiety trying to stop the song at the right place.
I know, it's so funny.
So anxiety. Um, so we were,
SoCal.
yes.
Yeah.
SoCal is where my mind states, but it's not my state of mind. So I'm guessing he lives in Southern California, right?
Yes,
So
that's
that's why
true.
that's where his mind states, but SoCal is not his state of mind. And then I always get confused because he goes, I'm not as ugly sad as you. So is he saying he's not as ugly sad as you, as in like he's not as ugly sad as the people in SoCal? That's not his state of mind. But like Southern California is so pretty and everyone's like so friendly. Like
Yeah.
I don't I don't get it.
Yeah. So again, trying to go like the literal lyrics where he says "Soul Cal is where my mind states." So it's like, is your mind telling you that's where you are? Do you know what I mean? Because yes, he does live in Southern California. I'm just like literally trying to interpret the words there. And then when
Okay.
he says, "But it's not my state of mind," so exactly like you were saying, he's not in
Yeah.
the Southern California mind state, which I imagine is, you
Like
know,
cool, laid
laid
back,
back,
fun.
sunny, beautiful,
But then
bright.
he goes, I'm not as ugly sad as you. Like they're not sad.
So I don't know. A lot of people would argue that they live a pretty fucked up existence. So is he saying he's not as ugly, comma, sad as you? Or like, I'm not as ugly when I'm sad like you are? Or is he saying ugly, sad, do you know what I mean, as other people or the people in Southern California?
Or maybe he's just talking about his ex. Like
That's
he's like
possible.
his ex.
Yeah, there's no breakdown
No, I don't
on
know.
this.
Um, I think he's just talking to his ex at this point. Because maybe like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Or am I origami, folded up and just pretend, demented as the motives in your head? So like, or am I origami? Like to me, that means like, am I pliable? Can you like change? Like, am I changeable? Like, are my thoughts easily swayed by other people? Like, can I like Like technically, like am I like a chameleon where I can be like one person here and another person there?
And literally mold it into what
Yeah,
somebody wants you to be. Fold it
yeah.
into that position and pretend not really what you are.
He goes, demented is the motives in your head. So it's again to her. I think he's saying like one general line, and then the second line is a dig at her.
It could
So he
be.
goes, I'm not as ugly sad as you. Then he goes, demented is the motives in your head.
Yeah,
So it's like a statement and then like a dig, is how I
so
take it.
he's saying she has, or whoever this is about, has fucked up motives. They're demented, just like
Mm,
he is actually demented, which is
yeah.
funny.
So, uh,
But
maybe like since he lives in Southern California, maybe his ex was like, "Oh, you're like so Southern California," like dissing him. And then he's like, "It's I live there, but it's not my state of mind, but I'm also not as ugly sad as you are."
yeah.
That's how I take that, I guess. And then am I malleable, pliable? Am I going to do whatever you want me to do? No. Like you
Hmm.
have like fucked up motives in your head of what you think I should be doing or what you think I should be.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hmm.
Let me go back into the
Of
chorus.
course.
Um, do, did that. Rendezvous. Ooh. Want to break that down real quick, babe?
Mhm.
No? Um, so he goes, I alone am the one you don't know you need. Take heed, feed your ego. So he's saying, I'm the one that you don't know that you need. So I
Mhm.
guess she doesn't realize like how much she needs him or how much she wants to need him.
I think he's saying she doesn't realize how much that he's needed by them. They
Yeah,
don't
I agree.
realize how much they need him. Yeah.
He goes, feed your ego. And then
Take
make,
heed. Yeah.
yeah,
So come on, you gotta
like
listen to
chill.
this. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, feed your ego, which is funny.
He goes, make me blind when your eyes close, sink when you get close, tie me to the bedpost. Make me blind when your eyes close. Is he talking literally? Like, are they having sex right now?
I don't know. So
Sink when you get close, tie me to the bedpost.
okay, so tie me to the bedpost. That part's relatively obvious.
Yeah,
Make me blind when your eyes close. So
cover my eyes too.
yeah, maybe.
Gouge my eyes out. What?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not getting any interpretation of these exact lines.
I'm
So
just guessing it's maybe like
make me blind when your eyes
maybe use
close.
blindfolds or like cover my eyes. Maybe that's like a thing he likes.
Yeah.
And then sink when you get close. I think it like to me, it's like I just imagine her maybe like crawling on the bed towards him.
So because of the whole time it's the bedpost, I imagine the whole up to from Make Me Blind, like that's all like a sexual reference. Do you know what I mean? It's possible that tie me to the bedpost. I mean, how could that not be sexual? I was like looking on Genius and somebody's interpretation. It's not like a verified thing. They were equating that line to like slavery.
No, because it in the part before the chorus, he goes or in the chorus, he goes rendezvous then I'm through with you. So
Hmm.
like literally there's no other way to take that. He is literally saying I'm going to have sex with you again one
Hmm.
last time
And
before
I'm
our
done
we're
with you.
done. So he's saying make me blind when your eyes close, sink when you get close, tie me to the bedpost.
So is it make me blind when your eyes close? So is it when you're sleeping? Is it your eyes closed while
I
they're having
think when you're having
sex?
sex.
Is it blindfolded?
And maybe like if she's okay, so like when you're having sex, like now
Like
this is getting really awkward.
blindfold me. Let's both of us be blindfolded. Is that what he's saying?
Like when you're having sex, if like the girl is like having an orgasm, like her eyes will close usually. So then he's saying like close mine too, or like blindfold me. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. Because so then when he said when you get close, I imagine that was reference to like her having an orgasm and then tie me to the bedpost.
Sink when you get close. Maybe like go down.
Maybe tie me to the. I don't know.
I think
And
it's just all sexual references that all sound good together. And like, I mean, they all do sound great together.
yeah, it's kind of cryptic.
Yeah, I like it though.
I mean, I get the overall message, but I having a tough time explaining what each line actually literally means, not, the message of it.
If you guys know, let us know.
Yeah.
We're trying here.
Mhm.
We got up to here.
Yeah, I think there's only a little bit of the song left.
We'll just play it out from right here.
Yeah.
I always go way too deep and then it makes the suction thing. I hate
Mhm.
that.
Tie me to the bed. I was right, I was on the ride. The back door will let me at the inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside out. Find nothing but faith in nothing. Wanna put my tender heart in a blender. Watch it spin around to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through. Now I'm through with you.
It just plays out. Nothing else happens. Very good. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, especially how he goes rendezvous, then I'm through, now I'm through with you. Like, I
Yeah.
think it is all just a sexual reference. I don't
So,
think there's anything deeper than that. Like, this was all a song about him wanting to break up with this girl because, like, their relationship has passed its prime and is very much over. And he's like, but I'm just gonna fuck you one last time because, like, you kind of suck anyway.
so I get that. I'm not convinced that's what the whole song is about. Do you know what I mean? Like I get that from the rendezvous that I'm through with you. Like you just said though, it is interesting how in the last few times he does the chorus, he goes it's rendezvous that I'm through with you throughout the song, and then it's rendezvous now I'm through with you, as if
Yeah,
the act is
they did it
completed,
in the chorus.
yeah, while the song's going on, and then it's done,
Yeah.
which I find interesting.
So yeah, I don't really see much of a deeper meaning besides like literally like he's starting to hate her. He already hates her. He wants that relationship to be done. He just wants to squeeze whatever else he can get out of it. He's acknowledging he is also a fucked up person. Like he is not sane nor logical. He does fucked up shit too. And he's like, I'm just gonna fuck her again and like it's over.
Okay, so I'm convinced now that you were right that he's saying the clock is sane and logical. Just when I was thinking about it, like, oh, that clock is all sane and logical, like
Yeah, like
that. Yeah,
like
and
when
he's
you're
not.
like
He's a mess. He's fucking psychotic. He's depressed. He's, all that, all fucked up.
because when you're like that and you look at people who aren't, you just have to think in your head just for you to make sense of it that like they're just as fucked up as you are and they're just doing a better job at hiding it. Like when
Yeah,
you're in that level,
or
like
just,
that's the only thing that
or
helps.
just envious. I remember
Yeah.
being like at a bad point in my life.
Mhm.
Like it's like 6 in the morning. I haven't gone to sleep yet, and people are going to work, and I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, man. Like, feel so shitty about myself and like envious that like they're on their way to work having a normal life, and I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
a fucking
Well,
loser.
like the worst part for me, like when I was deep into my addiction, I was like really, really bad. Remember, anytime I would be in like a public place, like at CVS or like Dunkin' Donuts, and I'd be looking at other, people just going about their day to day. I had such a warped way of thinking that it didn't make sense to me. Like I couldn't understand that other people could just live their lives normally and be happy and not be on drugs. And I was like, all of these people are on drugs right now. Like there's
Mhm.
no way they're not also on drugs. They're just hiding it because who can live and just like go do something as menial as go to CVS or go to Dunkin' Donuts and not be on drugs for that. Like I had such warped thinking.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like that line was definitely like easy to decipher for me because I just recognized that feeling. Not saying that Well, I'm not saying that Eve Six or any of the guys in Eve Six are drug addicts, but
No,
it's
so he
just the
is.
line.
He's in
He is.
recovery.
Oh, then that's probably why it resonates with me. I didn't realize.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, so it's interesting. I know this song. I've known it forever. Like I said, I've never
Yes.
tried to break down the lyrics. I just heard it so many times. I know
No.
them, but it was interesting trying to break them down line by line and see like what each line actually means.
Yeah, because I've known the song since I was a kid as well, and I always took it as being like sexual meaning just from the line
That
"Tie me to the
part, yeah,
bedpost," and obviously I always love the heart in a blender line, but
yeah,
like I didn't really have much thought about the song outside of that.
yeah,
It's crazy how you like a song and have listened to it a million and billion times and like really never had much more of like a superficial, barely superficial understanding of the
yeah.
meaning. Like it's sad. It's sad.
Well, I honestly, I feel like
Not
most,
for you, like for me.
no, I
Like
feel like
what?
most of the time, the more I know a song and for the longer I've known it, the more likely I am to have to not have analyzed it and have a fucked up interpretation of what it says or what it
Yeah,
means.
especially when you're a kid. Like there are so many songs that I'll listen to now that I haven't listened to for forever. And I'm like still thinking of it with like my like 10-year-old, 11-year-old, 15-year-old brain.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny.
But I just totally went off on a tangent. I'm sorry, guys. But and don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.